Hey everyone, I figure I get a chance to talk about an oldie but a good old classic, the Indiana Jones and the Crystal Skull, the fourth installment of the Indiana Jones series, which, takes place about, 19 years, after the events of the third movie, The Last Crusade in 1957. So now, this time around, instead of the Nazis being the bad guys, the bad guys are actually now the Russians because of the height of the Cold War and things like that. So many changes have happened to Indian, nearly 20 years since the events of those two films. And, he's still a professor at Marshall College and still with his archaeology and stuff like that. And of course, there's new characters, including Mac, and then there's, you know, Williams, and then of course the return of Marion Ravenwood, once again played by Karen Allen from the Raiders of the Lost Ark, and these, old love interests. So the story this time around deals with Indy looking for the Crystal Skull, which, supposedly leads to this, this adventure with, Lost City and our Condor, and something with aliens, which I thought was pretty cool to take, the story in like a different, direction. Even though I know many people say Kingdom of the Crystal Skull gets a bad rep because of its overuse of CGI and the story and things like that. I mean, is Kingdom of the Crystal Skull perfect? No. I mean, but it's watchable and passable for what it is. But I would say one of the highlights for was to see Harrison Ford make a comeback as Indiana Jones after a nearly 20-year hiatus, and of course bringing Karen Allen back as Marion Ravenwood, since that was always Indy's one true love. So I mean, I know for many years there's also been talks of a fifth installment of an Indiana Jones movie, which has been in the works on and off after the release of Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. And quite honestly, I mean, even though it would be nice to see another Indiana Jones movie, which if they do the fifth one, it'd probably take place maybe in like the late '60s, early '70s. But quite honestly, I would be okay if Kingdom of the Crystal Skull was the last installment, since I would say it's probably the closest thing Indy gets, to a happy ending of sorts, if that's the way you want to put it. So that's my verdict. So, all right, everyone, thanks for watching and have a good night.